Usually, okay, so full transparency, recording has actually just now started. So if you've been here listening,
Finished up my flip property. I am 99.99999% done. I got a couple of tiny little things to do on it, but it should be listed today. We already had somebody come and view it early yesterday.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So could be a quick little 100K profit for there, hopefully.
That'd be great. All right. It's up now. So ARTL, that's really expensive. 22.
Yeah, this one.
Started to pull back $22.
That one we grabbed a little 30% on Thursday on that one.
Mm-hmm. LGPS waiting to pull back. What would you say? Son now?
Yep.
Or Son?
Son, I want to see it break 655.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 655. Oh, hold on. I got to get off in 15 minutes. My bad. I was like, why 655? Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm with you now.
Curr, CURR. I want to see it break $1.42. Wolf is still flirting. Wolf, a lot of us already took entry on the $1.50 breakout. I wouldn't say it's stopped out just yet. The VWAP and 21 EMA are catching up to it. The most you were looking at is like a 9% loss on that pullback. So I would say we didn't stop out on this one yet. It's still looking okay as long as it can stay above the VWAP and 21 EMA. So this one we're just currently waiting on. The next breakout on it would be $1.57, $1.60.
Yeah, Wolf turned out to be a really nice move for us for anybody who woke up with us on Thursday in the live. Jumped in and did a little market open on Thursday morning. Where were you playing? You were playing from 150. Oh yeah.
Here's an interesting one. COGT. Maybe it breaks above 910 and then expect resistance just under 10 probably.
Okay. I don't, just FYI, I personally don't like the fact that it's shot straight up and straight back down.
Yeah.
3 times like that. It's sitting over 1 million free float. So it needs some substantial to kind of keep it moving in one direction, and like it's just shooting up and then shooting straight back down with even more, with like 3 times as much volume, shooting up and then shooting right back down, shooting up and then pulling back. The pullback is slowly, like, not just complete pullback from it, but that's 2 times it's like a false breakout on this at this point. I don't really love
Yeah, that's
that.
a great observation actually. SVRE, if you go to the 5-minute and zoom out a little bit, I was looking at this one this morning, and the reason I purposely didn't alert it or look at it, it kind of did what I thought it was going to do. It made a couple of okay breakouts from today's pre-market high. It broke out, and then it pulled back, and then it broke out again, and it pulled back. And if you zoom out to just a few days ago, you can see that there are a lot of different resistance levels you could easily plot. And that's why I avoid ones that have recent resistance.
COGT at this point probably wouldn't be as bad of an idea now that we've already tried to push 3 times and we're kind of floating up here near the surface. Maybe, but I would keep it really tight. I would keep it really tight. What do you call it? Stop loss? Man,
Stop loss.
my brain
Yeah, the
is
only thing
not
with
functioning right
COGT
now.
as well is I'm going to expect resistance between 975 to 10. So if you're going to play the breakout of 910 and expecting resistance around 975, you're only looking at like an 8% window there. So it's not a massive window of opportunity we're looking at. It's MBIO. Yeah, I was looking at this one earlier. I definitely want to see it break $2. and really 206, call it 207. But I don't want to see it break that right this second because it went up just a couple of candles in a row.
Yeah, check out last Tuesday as well.
Yeah, that's why I came up with the 207.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
at this point on MBIO, I think we just have to wait for a pullback, and then hopefully it pulls back and consolidates a little bit, allows the VWAP 21 EMA time to catch up to it. Oh, Brian's scalping it. Got in at 147. That's a good scalp. I would consider scaling out now that you're approaching that $2 mark. You are hitting Thursday's high, or whatever that day was, July
Tuesday.
1st. Yeah, Tuesday's high. You're hitting Tuesday's high of like 2 to 207 right now, so that's the perfect opportunity to consider locking in some profits here. You can always leave runners to ride even higher, but you're flirting with that high right now as we speak. Just created a new high right there, 212, 214. Oh, well, I guess it went to 225 last time if you count that wick.
Could be interesting.
Good morning, guys. What's good?
What's up,
Jay?
Jay?
Mike, Phil, how we doing, fellas?
Dude, I
Good.
feel
How
like-
are you?
I feel like poop.
Good. Oh, really? Would you party too hard this weekend?
No, man, I just don't feel well.
Oh, caught
That's
a
all.
bug, huh?
Something, I don't know. Lack of sleep, probably. Lack of quality
Well,
sleep, anyway.
I saw fireworks for the first time in
Yeah.
like years.
How'd that go?
It was fun. It was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, fireworks. I've seen that shit. I don't need fireworks, but
And then you
I went
see
out
it.
and I was out there like, oh. Yeah. So yeah,
That's
talking all
awesome.
that trash, and then it was a good time.
Absolutely. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, my brother-in-law has a friend who he lives off of a lake. So him and his dad, they basically just have tons of money. And they're like, we're gonna build a raft and shove fireworks out into the middle of the lake and shoot them off with an electronic, you know.
God damn.
I was like, okay, this should be interesting. It was actually pretty fun watching it, but
Freaking just like
just
setting off
blowing-
mortars.
Yeah, just blowing stuff up. Yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Yeah,
re-
where
it was-
we
it
had
was
it
like,
was
it's
on-
One of
either
my
gonna
neighbors
be-
gave a Roman candle to a kid. I don't know what the kid is. I'm gonna guess the kid's like 5 or 7, and the
Oh,
kid
God.
ran in the house with the fucking Roman candle.
Oh yeah. This is
I know,
what
man.
keeps firefighters in job
Oh.
security. That's amazing.
I wonder
Uh,
what the ER looks like on July 4th. Probably not a nice
Dude.
place.
We had a question here. If
Mm-mm.
MBIO broke 206, which it did, would it be okay to buy in without pulling back? Not according to my strategy. I mean, you could absolutely do it, but you're really just chasing at this point. What's your confirmation of an entry at that point? You're just going to wait for any stock to have 4 green candles in a row and then buy in on that new high?
Sure. If I do know of some people who, when they scalp, they will wait for the very top of the breakout. So at that point, it'd be like $2.26. But it's a totally different strategy. You've got to like be on it. You got to be ready to go, and you can see that it's already. Let's see, like it's kind of like those guys who trade the 15-minute ORB, or opening range breakout. Some of them wait for the break and retest. Some of them wait for different types of confirmation. Some of them like they'll buy it or sell it as soon as it breaks through that outside edge. But you've got to be like your stop loss has to be spot on. Like if you don't have that stop loss tucked straight back into there, it can get pretty ugly pretty quick if you're not careful. So I mean, yeah, there are different ways to kind of scalp through stuff like that. Like when this pulled back, I guess technically it'd be right there at 228. Since we rebroke 228, like trying to scalp up there. But you're not looking for a measured move at that point. Like that was a nice 18% move right there. But we're not catching 18%. The whole reason that the 5 minute breakout strategy works is because we know we have a fairly defined stop loss and take profit that we can regularly rely on according to the data. When you're playing stuff like that, like you're getting in, you probably got like a 3% stop loss around, if you're kind of smart about it, and you're probably taking like 5, 6, 7, 8%, maybe 10% on that. And then as soon as it gets up there and this thing starts dancing around like right here, you're out. So like sometimes you may get 3 or 4%, sometimes you may get 10%, sometimes it may take off, and then a lot of times you're gonna see that, like especially with super volatile stocks like this, they're just going to pull back and it's going to tag that 3%. Of course, in pre-market, that's your finger, right? You don't have an actual stop loss. So if you're going to scalp like that, you need to go back and actually walk through candles, and you need to practice that a lot before you go just jumping in stuff because it's just moving. Took a loss on EHGO. Which one was that one? Oh, this one not here. Yeah, this one never really gave us any real confirmation. I mean, the pullback didn't happen until 181. So this one, like this, we would have never called. Well, even if we had called this one would have given us an actual play.
So EHGO, I did call for the breakout of $1.60 on it.
$1.60.
Yeah, but the reason I didn't take this trade myself is because when it did confirm a breakout of $1.60 on it, it broke too high. It broke above the 10%. Now that doesn't mean I always sit it out, but in this one's case, once it broke above 10% and then it did pull back immediately into the 10% loading zone, it never really showed any price action that was suggestive of it going to bounce.
Oh,
It broke too high, and then it immediately just started plummeting down, and you don't want to catch a falling knife.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I see what you're looking at. Hindsight 2020, though, right? You can't always decide how that's going to play out.
And actually, even though I called the breakout of $1.60, I kind of regret calling that because as I looked at the chart more, I didn't like that level.
Yeah, here's MBio. Waiting for an actual pullback on MBio.
I see MBio is running on news that they got granted an orphan drug designation, which is good news. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's the same news I had last week. It's not new news.
Oh, just re-announcing it again?
For years, MBio. Or at least since I started trading with you guys.
Yeah, MBio has been around for a while.
Ooh, look at Sun. Sun.
Yeah, that was a beautiful little
bouncer and looking for this high.
Yeah, Sun, we're looking for 655. That was my first alert of the day.
Nice. It's like
actually,
found some
Fox
support.
or somebody in the Discord was looking at that one too.
This is good to brush up on my my penny skills. Yeah.
What's futures looking like this morning? Anything worth watching?
No.
Double top. I'm rooting for the double top, guys.
Are you looking at what are you looking for? ES or NQ?
NQ. Yeah. I as much as I love the JWAP, I'd really like it to break that thing and just go down to support level at like 22.912. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, I've got this nice little area kind of picked out in here. I mean, we are making higher highs off of that pullback. Higher lows off that pullback. We keep making lower highs from Thursday. All right, so Thursday, and then did trade into Friday, obviously, and then the whole market just kind of shut down Friday afternoon, and then we've been kind of trading in this junk right here. So I mean, I'm not loving any big price action, but like Jay said, if we could like stop moving up and pull back and trade into a range, I'll set some plays up.
Yeah, I mean, if we go down, we'll go hit that zone that you got right up there. Should be a nice, smooth I'm anticipating a lot of eastward movement on a Monday, post-holiday Monday. I mean, we do have FOMC this week, right? Wednesday, Thursday,
yeah. So I
or no,
didn't see
Wednesday.
any. Yeah, Wednesday. I saw the FOMC meeting at like 1 o'clock. But usually they have like Powell speaks after it, but it doesn't have that on the calendar. So like I got to do some more research to make sure this is the actual Fed meeting, like the interest rate decision.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't know what's at it. Well, and then Mike, and then the freaking economic calendar earlier gave us the wrong date for CPI and PPI. It said it was this week, and then I went and looked at mine, and it said it was next week. And I think we confirmed it was next week, but I'm like, something fishy's going on. Like,
oh man,
somebody didn't wake up this morning and update the calendar.
you're still hungover from Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna try to predict what's gonna happen, but based on past experience,
Right.
Mondays have been, choppy after a holiday. Then with news in down the barrel this week, so we'll see.
Where do I like this at?
Russell still has not hit its all time. That's the only one
For real.
to
Oh
not
wow.
hit its high. Yeah, let me just go confirm that. Yep. This purple line of truth is the all time. So
Are you sharing your screen at all?
I am not, but I can.
Oh, if I can click on the right button.
Please, sir.
Yeah.
I want to share my screen.
Do it. I think I gave
Real
you
quick, somebody's
permission.
asking about Wolf. So Wolf has now confirmed downside action beneath the 21 EMA. This would be when I exit Wolf. So I put the stop loss under the 21 EMA. It confirmed under at about a few minutes ago at about $1.44. So if you were exiting as soon as it confirmed that, you'd be looking at like a 6% loss, give or take, which is why in my text, I even said it was a slightly lower risk trade. It's because the VWAP and 21 EMA were pretty close to the breakout level already. So us aiming for our 15% price target gave us like a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If we're only going to risk 6%, 5%, but we possibly are going to make 15%, that makes a really good trading opportunity on Wolf. Now, obviously, it didn't work out for us. It did result in about a 6% loss, or if you got out a little late, maybe an 8% loss, but that's still better than a 1-to-1 risk to reward of a 15% loss, 15% risk. So, not the end of the world. Small loss on that one.
Come on, double bottom.
Is it? Did you share? I thought I gave you permission to share.
Let me go back and press it.
The freaking Wolf's bouncing off the 50 EMA. Yeah, man, it's just a slow day, and we lost 50 on the RSI. I don't like that at all. There it is. There's JD's screen.
There she blows.
Huh?
There
I
she
like it.
blows.
I like it.
I'm just trying to catch a little bit of a short on this double top, but I'll get out quick if it goes ugly. Just die and go run through my TP. So this is just what I was saying, this double top right here. I really do like us to come down and hit that support level that you got right here.
I think mine's actually lower than that. I think I got my support level back at what time frame you looking at?
This is the 5 minute NQ.
What am I looking? Why does mine look different than yours?
Obviously, I'm cooler than you, dude. Blowing pink candles.
Oh, yeah. Look at. Go back a little bit. Scroll backwards a little bit on your time frame. Yeah, that one. I got that one down there at the very bottom mark.
Yeah, this guy.
Mhm.
There it is. A little bit lower.
I may have to move mine a little bit because that's on Friday, and nobody was trading on Friday.
You just gonna bounce on me? That's no fun.
All right, let's see what I actually want to see here. What's going on? How are you playing this, huh? How are you playing this? All right, I think I'm liking. I like that short you're in. I think if I
Probably could have waited for a better entry to get it short at the VWAP, let it test, but I think it'll come down here. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah. I think it should go down.
There we go. Quick 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 30 more minutes, so it'll be interesting to see where it is at market open. But yeah, I do like this level down here. Let me put a box down here just for.
Well, so I got a big level down there, got a big box down there, and I know technically, kind of like there is a there's probably a lot of different places I can look at, but I'm thinking I'm gonna leave my two primary supports in here for today at like
that matches up really nice. Look at that.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
There it is.
But I think what I really like though is
I feel what she's saying.
I think I really like this little bitty level right here at it starts at 935 3/4 and goes to 931 1/4. I know it looks kind of like it's the middle of the mess, but I think I like
Next level.
Like it. Yeah.
With all this.
Yeah, it's at the top of it right there is right where your line is. The bottom is just a little lower.
I
don't know what it is. You know how like I don't know if I can use that description, but like sometimes you just see something and you just like, ooh, that looks good. Oof. Just pick.
So I could just include it like that.
Dude, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna watch right there.
Let me do.
MBIO just created another breakout. You're a little past the loading zone now at this point. 234 MBIO. But it is a little risky because it went up like 6 candles in a row. And it's a little past the breakout by the time I announced it right here.
Okay. So
Zone 2. Chat call it out.
Yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, that's a nice little pullback right there at 234, 235.
Yep.
I like it.
This was the failed retest that really shot us spiraling down at about 8:20. Yeah, 8:30. Yeah, 8:30. You never know at 8:30. Things get weird at 8:30.
Well, it's usually a lot of news.
Not on this particular day, but
here's the crazy part about it. It's like, man, the news has really shifted gears. They used to release everything at 8:30, and now they're like, let's spread it out some. Let's make it fun for them.
Yeah, spread it out a little bit.
So it's like we got some at 8:15. Now we got some at there's that push back down. Yeah,
nice. Yep. That's the one.
No entries on this because I can't really. I mean, if I had to pick other one, I'd probably pick this little level right.
This little level of mine. Right. I'm gonna let it shine.
So there are my 3 levels right there. If you want to, those are the ones I'm watching. Obviously, that big yellow one down at the bottom right there. It makes a lot of sense. It's hairy. It's hairy on Friday, but I don't know if I trust Friday anyway. So,
yeah, Friday been making out like bandits lately.
Well, yeah, Friday, like the U.S. market was completely shut down. There were all right. We'll come right back up on 936 right here. 930, yeah, 935 3/4. Let me see. Let's see how this reacts.
Oof. So we got the double top. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That was the play. Let's see if we bounce off this level. Yeah, pre-market's been nasty as late. It's been nasty.
The freaking
And it's 150 too.
dirty little.
Nasty. Not a level.
Mm-hmm. What the heck?
Good job,
CYC
amigo.
Nice.
All right, CYCC is doing something weird.
Yeah,
It gapped up hard. Pharmaceuticals announces amendment to exchange agreement. I don't know what that means.
That's the stupidest news announcement.
To exchange
That
agreement.
tells you
Is
absolutely
that-
nothing.
Yeah, that's like those. That's like
Dove
those.
says if NBIO pulls back, would we enter? It's super risky at this point. I'd love to see it consolidate, allow that 21 EMA time to catch up to it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I was going to ask that because, you know, if NQ was doing this, I might jump in, but on a penny stock, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, yeah, that is pretty risky.
It is the only one moving right now.
bulls.
That's huge. That's a huge bear wick on top of that thing.
Yeah,
But the
especially with
buyers,
these 3 long top wicks now.
yeah, the buyer. Look at the buyers. So we're still way over 70 on the RSI right now, which means the buyers are currently in the market.
So how much do you like this VWAP bounce on NBIO? Should it get down to VWAP, or is that like?
Sorry, good day, guys. I don't have level 2. Are there a lot of buys coming in or more sells for MBIO?
Well, the sellers just pushed it back down for sure. I don't have level 2 data either. I'm just watching the candle. That's obviously a lot of both at this point. But even right now, what we're seeing right now is the sellers try to push it back down, and then when we got back down to this support level right here, the buyers are kind of passively taking that back up right now. So the buyers are trying to defend 234. That's what I'm seeing right now, just on candles again. I'm not watching level 2 data. I don't.
I see the level 2, and the sellers way outnumber the buyers right now.
There you go.
They're all selling at like 250 and above. There's a lot of, I don't want to say big sell orders, but they're big compared to the buy orders. Because all these buys are like, they're lots of 100 to you have one lot of 3,000. But with the sells, you have several lots of several thousand, all sitting at like 270, 280 range.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Check that out, you little monster. We wicked right off the top of that bottom level right there.
Size down for a little. Take a little flyer at this 150 rejection. Size small. Just be a little cautious before the bell.
Going short?
I am. I do think we could get continuation downside. Missed the entry. Look at that. That's ass.
Yeah, that would have been right off the bottom of that middle level up there. Pretty close
right
to
off
it.
this
Actually didn't touch it, I guess. I just barely missed it.
150. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Wick right off of my entry. Paul Sackington. That's why. I liked the short from this level to the top of this zone, and then you could just hold it. You know, my plan was to enter here short and then ride it down. Hopefully you could break this level and continue down.
I took a blind copy trade off of you. You said you went short. I went short. I went ahead and closed it.
Nice.
I did one little micro.
There you go. There you go. That's it. Yeah.
Copy trading Jay the GOAT.
That's why we're in here, fellas.
For those of you that know why we like to bounce between futures and penny stocks is, as you can tell from the penny stock market, it's rather slow. Sometimes you only get 1 to 3 opportunities per day, and a lot of the times those opportunities are done by like 10 or 11 a.m. and then you just can't trade the rest of the day if you're looking for day trades. But with futures, it's open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. You get plenty more trading opportunities. Like Jay and I we went short on that little move right there. So it's easy to play the downside as well. So you immediately double your trading opportunities because you don't have to only look for upside
And commercial break.
like we are with these penny stocks. Then 15 fucking seconds and I already made my daily profit goal off of that. So if I wanted, I can be literally done for the day right now. And if I were to make this amount of money on a daily basis, you're literally looking at 6 figures plus. That took me all of a few fucking seconds. So I really like futures just because it provides you a lot more opportunities overall. But also, if you're going to be using eval accounts the way we teach, your downside risk is extremely limited. If you place $10,000 on a single trade, but for you to lose $10,000 trading futures the way we teach you, you'd have to be clinically retarded because you'd have to place like 20,000 bad trades in a row for you to lose $10,000 using eval accounts, because your downside risk is limited to somewhere between $30 to $100 per account that you blow. So you'd have to blow like 100 accounts or more to lose $10,000. And the fact is, you're going to get a payout before you blow 100 accounts, unless you're just clinically retarded. And if you do blow 100 accounts in a row, then maybe you shouldn't be trading at all. But I personally don't know anybody that blew 100 accounts without getting a payout.
Yeah.
Or
just lack of discipline. Yeah.
But he'll tell you his
something
story.
That we don't teach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Duck definitely he forced
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I got a graveyard of evals myself during my experimental phase, trying to see what works. But yeah, we move through thousands, so you don't have to.
Exactly. All right, let's see what this freaking thing does.
Short. I really think we can get to this green box.
There's my water bottle.
Yeah, man, it's like a momentum thing. Like if you see all these like 5 red candles, bro, I'm not getting it until I see at least. Ooh, look at them bio. Damn.
Yeah, it's flying.
God damn. God damn.
There you go.
I'm a fucking
damn
momentum. Look at that.
Went right through all those sell orders.
I said it looked like the buyers were passively getting that. Just FYI.
Damn, each one of those breakouts was sexy.
Oh, that's as good as it gets. Look at that.
Yeah, CYCC, man, it scares me a little bit.
Yeah, that long ass top wick.
Well, not only that, like we gapped in the pre-market from 22 cents to $4.10. I don't, unless that was the reverse split, which it may have been.
Yeah,
they don't see.
They did a reverse
Oh, is that
split.
what it was? Okay, well, it's not on the chart yet. Like it doesn't tell me that that's actually what happened.
Yeah,
so I can't see it.
Yeah, that's true.
So that scares me a little bit.
It says 23 cents, but it's at $6. That is weird.
Yeah. That being said, I think this one's probably going to be pretty wild because you're going to have that fight between everybody who was trying to buy in before the split to get the push, and everybody who's like, yeah, I mean, I've been holding on to this thing forever. I don't feel like holding it anymore. So I mean, at the point, like if you bought last night, you're up, right? From when it opened at 405, it's back up at like almost $5 right now and falling. So I would wait to see how everybody who was expecting this reverse split to react before I ever even touch CYCC. And that may be today, it may be later this week. Like we'll have to keep an eye on CYCC because it may give us a really good opportunity, especially since it bumped the free float back down to 600,000. So it's going to be super tiny free float, which doesn't necessarily always mean everything, but like it could be a lot of anything. But if it does anything mulling, they'll just do they'll just sell some more shares back to the market and make some money off of us. So screw them.
We're gonna go try this. Nope. Stop sell.
Stop sell. You're gonna wait till it breaks. You're gonna wait till it hits my support level to sell it.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of wanted to go a little deeper into it just for confirmation.
It might give you a few points down there for running some stop losses, if nothing else, or it may just run straight through it.
Yeah, that we'll see. Actually, I'll take it off and put them back 5 minutes before we open.
We are 15 minutes to market open,
Yeah,
FYI.
we've slowed down a lot. We have slowed
Still a
down.
fair flag, though. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So here's the thing: it's either gonna bounce off of this box, the yellow support, or the green support, one of them, or it could just die. But whichever one we break beneath, if we do come back to it, it'll turn to resistance, as you guys well know.
Yeah, it's a little on the 1 minute. It's a little bear pennant, like it's higher lows, lower highs, pushing out into some consolidation here. So whenever this rolls over back down to the bottom, it's I think it's probably it definitely needs to reach for that low that it just did. If it pushes back below there, we'll get at least a little bit of a reaction down there with stop losses get hit, I think. And it's just an obvious place to put stop losses. I mean,
yeah, let's see. Let's see. Well, we did get the double top, but now that pattern played out, we're gonna get continuation, or is it just gonna do its own thing, or
well, I may want to at market open. I may want to getting rid of this middle level right here, and just maybe even this bottom level, and just kind of seeing where that first 5 minute candle takes us before I really decide on what levels I want to make plays off of today. I don't. Yeah.
Well, ES is matched up. That's good.
No, that's always good. Yeah.
They look quite similar.
Very similar. Very nice.
Yes, that's good sign.
Very nice.
For those of you who don't know, ES and NQ trade similarly most days, but when they don't trade, when they make different patterns and they look different, there can be a lot of indecision, and it can make price action a little more choppy. So personally, it plays to my favor, when they're trading in the same direction.
It's usually, though, if you'll pay attention, there's usually some like when they diverge, it's usually NQ reaching down a little further than ES is willing to go. ES will keep making higher lows the whole time. NQ's like slingshotting back further down to grab more orders, and it's a little weird to see, but like you can almost kind of tell, like, hey, we're still going up, but NQ's just got to go like meet up with its handler or something back down there somewhere.
It's got to get to its level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen?
Does that talk with a fade?
What is
that?
Oh.
What up?
Whoa.
Look at this dude.
Yeah,
Where you in Ohio, bro?
Oh, no, dude. We just started driving, bro.
Oh, damn.
He's out doing whatever he wants to do.
That's
taking
it,
his
bro.
time.
Yep.
Right.
This is like, dude, I hadn't taken a vacation in like 10 years, so I'm gonna live this,
Enjoy it.
Do it.
Right. Damn right.
Anything exciting going on this morning? Ooh, it looks like who took a dump this morning? What is that?
Yeah, a bit of a double top. Thank you.
It's like a little head and shoulders action going on there.
Yeah, it's being weird. It's consolidating. I mean, like way below Thursday's high, but
Okay.
also above Thursday's low. Like we're kind of sitting right dab in the middle of that big price action. So, we got some
Oh
things
yeah,
to
and
break
one more
out of.
thing I was mentioning about the NQ and the ES. You can also refer to the other, to get some insight. Because I'll give you guys a perfect example. This happened several times last week. SPY went and hit its pre-market high and broke out of it, and NQ wasn't. But if SPY hits it, NQ is probably going to hit it eventually too. So I went long on NQ, anticipating the break of pre-market high, and it hit it both times. So if you are trading NQ, it does pay to look at ES just to get some insight. Doesn't mean they're always going to do the same thing. Don't bank on it or build your strategy around that. But it does help to look at you can look at the Nvidia's. What's the other one? Micro strategy.
Yeah, MicroStrategy right now. MSTR. It's a big one.
Just to kind of get some insight as to what the market may want to do or be doing.
Yeah, used to be Apple. Nobody cares about Apple anymore.
Yeah, everybody got
I
an
do.
iPhone. Well,
I just
yeah.
meant like as a whole, as far as what like NQ's doing right now. It's not.
If you're not holding it,
it's not the NQ mover.
Yeah.
Look at where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we're sitting right in the middle of the last full days. Well, not even, because Thursday was a freaking short day too. Jeez. But it did. It's weird.
So, Duck, you started the road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. What state you in? You still in Cali?
Yeah. We stopped to see some friends for a couple days.
Oh, that's always fun.
Road trip.
Bro, dude,
Right.
I haven't slept this good in years. Dude,
Oh,
I slept like 9 hours on a
holy crap.
not last night, the night before, and then I was like 2 to 3 hours in the middle of the fucking day.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, my friend.
I needed was the open road, huh?
You just needed
Step out the office for 5 minutes, get all the sleep in the
Right.
world. Yeah.
Man, I miss my
turning the
freaking
long
entry.
short.
I won't pay attention. No, yeah, I would have popped that little long right there. Went back. Look, I would have touched
Yeah.
my freaking take profit too.
For me, this is very sketchy at this particular moment. I mean,
yeah,
look, if you went long and put a stop like just in the box, I'm with you. I see that. I can see the vision. I can see.
Yeah, I have all my plays marked out already.
I almost feel like it's bucking the trend to go short or to go long, but
yeah. I keep my wins short.
at the same time, like
oh yeah, we're poking in that structure now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would look for it to hit that bottom, that next resistance right there. So I'm trading on my phone, so I'm cheating. I'm using whoever's chart is on the screen.
Does it got red and green on it, or does it have? Because both of us are sharing.
Oh, yellow and green.
Oh, that's Chase.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm on my phone, bro. Like, so I'm like, wait, what's that? I don't even know what that is.
I can't read.
Oh, dude, it's dipping in now.
It is. See, it's like once you know price action, doesn't matter what chart. You can look at this shit from anywhere and be like, yes, got it. We're going short here.
I think I know what it's gonna do. I've changed my verbiage too. I know what it's gonna do too. I think I know what it's gonna do.
Yeah. You always straightening yourself back out. Like,
because the second you start saying, "Oh, I know what it's gonna do," your fucking chart's gonna go hold my beer.
Right. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
So 360 two-hand dunk on your stop loss. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's funny, dude.
8 minutes, fellas. 8 minutos. 8 minutos.
8 minutos, señores, señoritos.
Señor, Los Saquis. Oh man, guys. Oh man.
Minutes to market
Yeah.
open.
8
Dude.
minutes.
It cracked me up. Dude, my movers were all like, Hispanic, and they said that, they're there for a few hours and they're just speaking in Spanish exclusively, and I'm speaking English to them, And
Yeah.
fucking, just as they go to leave, I start speaking Spanish to them, dude. They're like, uh-oh.
Oh crap.
He knows what we're saying.
they're like, oops, this cracker speaks Spanish.
Oh man. Dude, I would if we go up and market open, I'd really love the short off of VWAP or 150. If we could get in this little region, like a fat bounce, then I would like a short to get more rejection off of here. But if we just push right down, then it's sketchy because we could bounce. I don't know. Let me stop trying to predict.
Yeah, just let it
happen.
Just let it happen.
Jesus,
I
hit the wheel.
look for the bouncer 22,915 if it's gonna bounce.
Yeah, that is a good level. Well, that's why we separated the two.
Yeah.
Like this is one particular zone. Yeah.
What is going on right now?
It just there's too much background noise because I'm out walking the dog. So.
Oh, you're good, man. You are
Yeah,
good.
Meanwhile, for penny stocks, the only thing I'm really watching SONN and NBIO. NBIO, if we can get a pullback, we'll look for that as the next breakout opportunity. It's obviously getting riskier and riskier as it just continues to fucking run without any significant pullback. Now we're only 6 minutes from market open, so anything you do with futures or stocks is extremely risky at this point.
Oh, that's a little pricey. Would you guys consider this like a breakout? This COG P?
Yeah, at like 9. Let me pull it back up. Where'd it go? 9.
Yeah, we're looking for
906.
They got rejected.
Never mind.
Damn.
I went ahead and pulled up the 906 again just to kind of see if, because that last breakout technically we closed above it and opened underneath it. So I pulled up that 906 and left it sitting there. That's exactly where it got rejected at. So
trying to make an example out of me.
The next breakout on NBIO is going to be 370, but it is super risky with how much it's already ran, no consolidation, and a few minutes to market open now.
Yeah, I don't.
And it kind of looks like multiple stocks are plummeting the 5 minutes before market open.
Yeah.
Bearish open. I can see this.
If you are now, Wolf has got an interesting setup here. It looks like it's a decent little wedge kind of trading over kind of where it was. But also, like if you were on Thursday, man, we didn't get anything pre-market at all. All the good breakouts happened after market open, Wolf included. So
BT, put this on your watch list too. Right now, of 339.
Oh, what the? Just happened to my chart. It's trying to break out right now. Be real careful of this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the. It's not even really an orb. It's just if we do tank, it'll come down and just push it.
Yeah. The original breakout on that one would have been $3.35. So it's kind of milling around that whole price range right there. Technically, we did get the breakout of that price. Again, like it's 3 minutes till open. So do you want a chance to get there now? I don't.
It's like
but it's also moving. It's super slow.
Like if you're in it, just make sure you have a stop loss.
Right. Right.
Don't get into it right now. But if you're in it, Get a stop loss. Make sure if you're in the green that your stop loss is in the green.
Mhm. Yeah. We we are currently making higher high on the price and lower high on the RSI. That is what we like to call divergence. After market open, I would be glad to share what that looks like, but I'm not doing it right now because we got 3 minutes.
Oh wow!
Look
See,
at that! Oh, look at that! Oh,
doing what I
to
thought it
that
would do.
level on NQ.
Just 3 minutes early. Wow. See, I said if it comes in this region, I'm taking a short.
NQ.
That's that little dip past the freaking
Of course, it's gotta
level just to fuck around.
it's gotta
Yeah.
destroy household or what?
Right?
It's a home wrecker. It's gotta hit every stop loss.
Yeah.
Nasty,
Funny.
nasty shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't buy it though. I think we're gonna.
It's gonna spike right now, and then market's gonna open, and it's gonna shit fucking bed, dude.
Very
could see a
possible.
flush. I could see a flush. Come on, guys, get the toilet handle ready. Get the toilet bowl. Flush this thing on them. I'm good. I mean, look, this particular account, I'm shooting for 1,000. So 450 is all we need, and I'll shut down this account for the day. So I had an issue with Top Step paying me. I did and I'll tell you guys why. I was so pissed, but it turns out I used for this particular payout, I used the routing number, my account number, and the wire routing number, not the ACH routing number.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you gotta fill out a new form with the proper number," and I was like, "But y'all did it before." And I think they were doing it. They were looking at because you have to submit a picture of your account number too. So even though I had the wrong one, I think they were like, "Oh, this is what he meant," and doing it for me. So now finally they were like, "Yeah, you just got to fix it."
Yeah, because the wire number usually just has the international code in front of it. It's like an extra 2 to 3 digits, typically, depending on the
it's
bank.
different.
And that's because it has to have a country code where ACH is just US based. So.
All right, mark it open.
But it's good to hear that it's not on your mistake. No, sounds like
right.
Well, I'm glad it was my mistake and not on them because
I bought it on SPY. I don't think it wants to go underneath it. And there's that pop right there. That.
I like
Beautiful.
that.
Look at that beautiful
crap.
Yes.
I hope you were still in that, dude.
I never got into it because I was goofing around with penny stocks.
Dude.
We don't touch this. It's against our religion. We don't trade within the first 15 minutes.
I would have been in the first. I would have been in around 627 or 927.
It may be against my religion to trade in the first 15 minutes, but you know what? My religion also asks me to ask for forgiveness.
yeah, exactly.
So
I will be forgiven.
They're automatic doors you open to me, ding dong.
Oh wow.
Okay. Can we close that VWAP? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, bro. See, that's too low.
Look at that pullback. That was ugly. That was
you're gonna get a big old fucking bear wick on that candle. Watch. Oh, you already did.
We already did.
Bam.
Not today, sir.
All right, gentlemen. I'm punching out. I'll be trading if I can get set up in my room. I'll log back in. But,
all right,
brother.
That was cool.
Plan.
Enjoy your road trip, dog.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
El Capitan.
That is one of my favorite traders in the whole world over there.
Really? I thought I was your favorite.
I said one of.
Okay. There you go. Way to clean that up, Phil.
I said one of.
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, I never even finished opening up my my brokerage. It's not like I could have taken that trade anymore. I got distracted. I might not trade today at all. My mind is loose.
Oh, what is happening, guys?
Market
See,
volatility.
right? That's why we don't participate, or in good conscience participate.
CURR $1.42.
Yeah. What is
MBIO is flirting with the breakout. This long top wick though has me fucking gritting my teeth.
What's that one you called before MBIO? Sorry.
CURR.
Her. Yeah, it's trying.
Wolf
It
is
needs to
pushing back up.
close. There you go, Wolf.
So
I mean,
Wolf, you never hit a
theoretically, I was
15% stop loss
160.
on it. So if you stayed in,
Yeah.
you're almost break even again.
And if you're waiting on the breakout, I guess technically the old entry is currently breakout.
Holy shit, guys.
Woo! Wow, look at that.
Oh,
that
God damn it.
ugly.
Oh my God, I hit the wrong button. Dude, it filled me.
No, what
I
did you
cashed
do?
out. I didn't lose money, but I didn't make as much as I would have liked.
What?
It literally grabbed my
Not
two
bad.
orders and then wow, that sucks. Wow! Oh my God, you guys.
Dude, oh, holy
That's-
crap. Look at this.
All stacking tins, bro. What? That's bad.
Where's it going?
Technical error, you guys. That's okay. We're gonna try one more time, but we're
Going
gonna
long.
be cautious. No, I'm going short.
You're going
I
short
needed
at the
to-
bottom of the zone.
If it breaks through it and passes it, yeah. But we'll see. I don't. Yeah, I think I may have missed the train. We'll see. See, but this is a stop sell, so it has to really break past the level to get continuation to show me it's going to continue in order for me to get in that. Yeah, like I wouldn't mark it at the bottom.
Mm-mm.
I would want it to push well past and then grab my order and go. See, yeah, because if I went, that would have destroyed me right there.
That'd have been a hell of a long right there.
Hell yeah.
MBIO did break 370, but it broke pretty high. It broke at about 17% past the breakout. You could eye an entry if it comes back in this 10% loading zone on MBIO, and then you're just hoping that it uses the breakout as a support level. And in this one's case, if you are going to enter in the 10% loading zone, your stop loss would be either 15% or just beneath the VWAP. Risky setup on it though, because it broke so high. Wolf, meanwhile, is now finally in fucking profit from that original breakout. COGT did break 910 and it went straight to 997 and got rejected right at $10. We said resistance was going to be at $10. And BTBT also broke out, which I texted out a moment ago. This one gave you a good entry within 2% of the breakout level, and you would currently be up a few percent.
I don't hear.
Is it going to push all the way back up?
I don't think so. I want to put my stop in profit, but it's too volatile right now. It's like almost no point in moving in profit at this moment.
MBIO did pull back into your 10% loading zone, and it is currently up 10% from that entry.
The Wolf basically is getting rejected right at the top of that last swing right there.
That fucking sucks.
Not loving that.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Kerr, no breakout on Kerr. Song. Keep dumping. Oof. Yeah, MBio was the only one. It kept going. It was way up there. What the heck? All right, I guess time to move over to the 1 day.
Just gonna push this shit down or what?
I don't know, something, anything. Oof.
Look at ABVE. We didn't call this one out, but man, that one was a pump and dump.
Holy crap. Yeah, nothing to call on that one. Breakouts at 134, and it's all the way back down to 87 cents. COTG is trying. It's ugly. Everything's ugly.
Bad.
There's that
Break above
pushback.
that. I'm getting out. If we hold above that 150.
We may be going to try the VWAP.
Still think the onus is down. Let's see. If they get above this 150, that's a wrap percent. Let's see what happens.
I think
That probably would have been a better entry for my short up there. Naturally, hindsight is clear sight, but big bear wick, very nice, very good news. Good hold. Just need us to come down, bust these supports.
yeah, it needs to get down below
Get down on it.
229, 27 and 3/4. Is it going to do it? That's the question.
CURR is breaking $1.42 right now. $20 left. Looks like it's going to confirm it.
That's going back down. There you go. Sorry, not CUR.
CURR is going to confirm it.
See. Just kidding.
Here's the confirmation. Just occurred on Kerr. It occurred right at $1.50.
Come on, guys. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Wolf is still pushing. Wolf, you are currently up 9% from that breakout level I texted you. Or from the confirmation of breakout, I should say. Wolf is currently up 13% from the breakout level I texted.
There you go.
Wolf is about to hit 15% if it can get to 172. 172 is 15% from the breakout on Wolf. And this is why I really like the 15% stop loss on it too. Sometimes 5 and 10% is just too tight, and then you get stopped out of good trades. This one did come down 9-10%. So 15% kept you in the trade, and you'd be up 14% right now.
Let's see if we can push this thing back up.
Yeah, I don't like that we kept bouncing off that damn level.
Yeah, it's a tough
We're
one.
supposed to go down there and break that. But I don't know. We'll see. See, this is a chop fest. This is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like they want to send it up, but I don't know, man.
Still sitting on this until it breaks underneath that. I don't think I'll try any big shorts. I'm gonna wait. We either need to break underneath here and show some resistance off the bottom of this, or we need to start stair stepping back up, in my opinion.
I'm not wrong.
All right, Wolf just hit the 15%. NBIO hit 15% from that pullback into the entry opportunity. Remember, as it was breaking, I said it broke too high and you can eye an entry if it comes back within 10%. It did come back into that 10% loading zone. You're currently up 16% from that entry on it. That's 2 winners for the day. Wolf smacked more than 15% so far. Kerr did confirm a breakout, and it is currently shitting the bed.
Meh.
Kerr, I didn't text, though. We were just announcing it here in the stream. Son never broke out. COGT did break out and got rejected at 10. It's flirting with trying to get back above 10 as we speak. Today has been an interesting day. It's given us a lot of opportunities. And everyone watched Jay and I make money live on futures as well.
Yeah. Still in it. Still in it, guys. Still in this short.
You're still short.
Yeah, well, I know exactly
That
how much
rejection
drawdown I have, so.
Yeah, that rejection off of VWAP probably wasn't a bad idea. One thing I don't really like is how it feels like once we get up to the all-time highs, everybody just wants to push it up, no matter what. Yeah, everybody just wants to see it, just keep climbing. Yeah. So, yeah, I might just take this thing off. Fuck it. Yep, took it off. Sucks. I wish I'd have been watching it. Sounds like when you wake up and you're tired and you feel like crap, it's okay not to trade. I don't disagree with that. Because like your brain has to be in it. If your brain isn't in it, then oh shit. Yeah, so now I just kind of want to let me go back to what we're doing today. All right, we should have let's see if this orb will do freaking something. It's just being stupid right now. I had another orb indicator that I built, and I wrote over the top of it last night on accident. So that sucks.
BTBT is still looking good. It confirmed, this is when I texted out, it confirmed it immediately had a long wick down. But that long, it looks huge on the chart, but it was only a 6% move, and you never had a confirmation of a close and open beneath the VWAP or 21 EMA. So even with that long wick down being 6% on BTBT, you should still be in the trade. There's no reason to stop out on that one just yet. Even though it wicked below the 21 EMA, there was no defined body of a candle under the VWAP or 21 EMA. So BTBT shouldn't be stopped out. You'd be darn near just break even right now on BTBT.
Is that a bullish engulfing?
Going to. All right, where at? On which one?
On BTBT, the second last candle.
No, it never engulfed the previous candle. No. Then engulfing means engulfing. Like this would be a bullish engulfing candle, the one that opened, but it engulfed a green candle. So everything else, like that red candle's inside, and the next red candle broke the lows of both of them, but it hasn't engulfed anything.
MBIO is now up over 50% from that tech.
Nice.
Which is crazy because it was already up 200% before I fucking texted it.
Dang
Happy
it.
fucking Monday, though. America.
Yeah. America.
Plus made some money on futures.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for another entry, guys. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought it would do. This fucking chop. no continuation.
Yeah.
So now I'm just gonna set parameters and not trade unless we get outside of that bracket.
Oh dang!
Like a close underneath this level or a close above EWAP. Otherwise, I'm not touching it. So
yeah, we've got the high. The high of the first 15-minute candle is, or sorry, high and low of the first 5-minute candle is. Everything's trading inside of it right now. If I hop down to the 2-minute, there's a nice little wedge pattern kind of happening. It's almost a little. It's a bit of what are those things we call Jay that we trade in ranges?
Ranges.
I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah. At this point, we're here. We're building inside of a wedge, and we've got two very small areas right here we could try to look at that we're trading inside of.
It's really pretty on ES. It looks like a straight up.
I bet ES is always a little cleaner.
But it has this support though. It's been on the 150 as well. You could break that. So okay, so I would want to take a short off the top of the range and try to hold through the bottom. That's what I'm looking for, guys.
The top of it does seem to be a little cleaner than the bottom.
Yeah, so if we have like one of these, like where is it? I'm gonna try to take a short order right up here.
Oh wait, I can't see it. Oh yeah, okay, there
you go. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't seem to be respecting VWAP, which some days it doesn't. And on those particular days, it's gonna respect the levels. So
I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Ugh, look at that. Look at the ETF chart. I just want to puke in my mouth.
Ain't got nothing better to do, man. It's just messing with us.
Yeah.
It is under. All right, so the NQ is under the 150 SMA, anchored from the 15-minute. Like we are under it. Like we crossed underneath it. We're holding underneath it. It's not looking great, I'll be honest with you. But like it's everything's kind of bundled up right now. It's not looking really clean on anything. I tend to agree with Jay that it looks like it wants to try to keep going down, and all at the same time going, something feels off. Other than just me, I mean, I feel off too, but I'm already
do that. Rejection.
87% of all breakout attempts fail, but that does
like it's not trying to.
That does mean that they will succeed eventually.
Yes, this one.
This right here. I'm gonna watch it right here. I'll take this off. See if we get us a little.
Ooh, goddamn yum.
Oh, that's a little W pattern, high lows.
Got the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put this account away for 30 minutes or so. I need some turkey and eggs, guys. Food. I need to prioritize over dating.
But do you? Do you really?
Not really. Can't pay the bills with eggs.
True. We're gonna keep running up. Actually, I meant to try to go short right there.
Whoop, whoop.
And run up and grab my stop loss. Went long. Oh, stupid.
All right, I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys. I am gonna go
Peace,
handle
my
some
friend.
business.
Okay.
I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll make
Sounds like
my
a plan.
mirror. All right, Phil, get better, man.
All right.
Get you some water, sleep all day. Have a good day. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, at this point, like it's kind of anybody's game at this point. Like I feel like this wants to pull back down into the zone just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Do we pull back any at all? If we do pull back, do we get any continuation? Or do we get stopped right here? Or do we just chop back down? Maybe at least we pull back and retest the top of this little trend line right here. No, I'm not seeing a lot of promising stuff at this point that's giving me a lot of hope for honestly anything at this point. This orb is obviously it's just broken, so I gotta go back and fix that. But we got it. Here's the top, here's the bottom. This is what we're getting rejected off of right here. It's the 15-minute opening range breakout. We tried, we could not hold it. Here's the level. You saw me move it live, and kind of ignore this a little bit. Here we go. Push back down just a little bit. Come on, no, don't come back up. Don't come back up. That's fine. I'm done. I'm not trading anything else right now. This is kind of ridiculous. We'll kind of watch this and see what happens. Oh, but I don't want to give the market any of my money if I don't have to. What was that? All right, VWAP's going to kind of be the telling factor here. If it breaks below VWAP, yeah, we're stuck. We're stuck in here for a little bit longer. Or it could just keep pushing through. That's good. This is good too. All right, let's see if we get this in. If this holds, then we'll leave it there. If not, then I'm just going to take it off. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. We wick down. We held this trend line right here. We're trying to hold VWAP. Let's go look and see. Not that one. Let's go look at SPY. SPY is trying to hold above 623 as suggested. Both back above VWAP right now. Downside did seem to kind of be the hey, look at what we can do kind of deal here. But that's also why I don't use a lot of VWAP. I like a lot of EMAs and stuff. Like I traded without them for a couple months, and like honestly, looking at this right now, going, I mean, obviously we're diddling in the middle right here. I mean, like this is the middle of Thursdays. Got a lot of price action here, just kind of sitting. So just using nothing but price action, that would have been a great little short right here, just for, you know, posterity's sake. But we're still pushing down. But like, there's not really any. It's not really anything right now. That's the whole deal. we pushed up and we pushed back down, and so that's we haven't. How do I do this? How do I make this make sense, Philip? Use your brain for a second. Mm. At this point, candle close, price action. I think this is what I'm looking for right here. I'm looking for us to break one of these two things right here. Obviously, this will be the next thing on the list to take out. But so I've moved the levels that I had pre-market to kind of include what's happening now, since we have a lot of volume coming in. Still lots of stuff kind of sitting right back here, which is kind of where that third level was earlier. So I'm debating on putting that back there. But this is the range we're trading in. I'm going to have this here just because I can. You can see though, like we have, even though we're kind of respecting it right now, we haven't really respected it all morning long. I mean, like it kind of did. It just didn't. And so I'm waiting to see if we go back to respecting it at all whatsoever. The one I'm talking about right now is NQ. That is the futures. If I don't say anything and I'm talking about something, I'm talking about NQ. In bio, that was nice. Did Mike leave? He said, I think he said he had to go. That's fine. All right. ARLT, no. LGPS, no. Wolf took off again. Still taking off. Very nice move right here. From the breakout price, we hit 20% right there. So very easily been able to hit 15% off of that. Kerr, never hits that 15, like a 15% stop off. Even if you were looking at just the 21 down here, it gives you about a 10, 11% stop loss right off of that. Like we still never really hit it. Still never really closed or opened anything underneath the 21 right there. We are right back up where we were, and not getting very far with it. So I think with Kerr, CURR, I think probably, as long as we can come back up, make a higher low on this one, I think it might try to continue to go back up. It's only a 30 million free float on this one. So like, not a bad deal. Not loving the divergence. I did promise I would go over that earlier, didn't I? So let's talk about divergence a little bit. Divergence is something that you're going to see like on MBio right here. You see we're going to continue to make higher highs on the price action. And this is why like you can't just use divergence alone, obviously, because we continue to make these lower lows on the RSI. That means that the buying pressure is slowly dying off as the price goes up, which means we're taking fewer and fewer buyers to push it as far as it's going. So what you like to see is something actually like what's happening right now. Nice little pullback right here and peak back up, lower high on this little price action, lower high on the RSI. It sets them back in like moving hand in hand like that. So like what you'll notice is it's like if the RSI and the price is diverging in direction, then eventually some sort of correction has to happen in order for the RSI and the price action to start trading hand in hand again, because the price wants to do whatever the buyers and sellers are doing. And so if it's doing something different, usually means it's running out of steam. But at this point, I think probably what we might get is a little bit of consolidation, trading just to kind of prove that the RSI and the price is going to keep doing things together. Nice big push right back here on Wolf. You can kind of see the same, something very similar happening back over here. All right, there's the peak on that RSI. Here's the peak on that RSI. And actually, honestly, weirdly enough, like you can see that high is on that dip. It's just kind of weird, but and then right here we're pushing with fewer or the same, right? What they call like hidden, when the RSI is still giving you like a very similar. It's honestly just a little bit higher than this last one right here. So let's just kind of see what it does. We've obviously already pushed back down here. Tried, sellers tried to take it, buyers wouldn't let them. They pushed it back up. So we're still in a pretty good position right here. PTHS, please don't try to PTHS right now. The volume on this is absolutely miserable, and I got halted or suspended anyway. 300,000 free float. That's why the buyer stepped in, was even as few as they are, and they pushed the price too fast. Kerr making another little pullback, just waiting to see what happens. If it consolidates in this area, you're okay. Still waiting for it to close and open underneath VWAP 21 at this point. It's okay to hold through consolidation. Mullen, absolutely disgusting. VOR, VOR. So there's some volume right here. Okay, so we got 1 minute left on a potential breakout right here. VOR. It's not a very fast moving one. It's only 32% up so far, but it is showing a potential close and open above this pullback right here. I guess technically the original one been back here, but it wasn't up very big, so it probably wasn't even really up on the top movers right now. It's finally up here on the top movers. You can see when we broke past this one, closed and open, buyers taking charge right here over 70. That's always nice to see. So let's see if this continues to climb. We've got a nice little opportunity here to potentially have a 10 to 15% stop loss, 10 to 12% stop loss around this entry right here to the VWAP and to the 21 EMA. So, didn't mean to do that. So, potential little play right there on VOR. Voigt. For some reason, Voigt just, I don't love it. Massive downtrend on the RSI right now so far. Not loving Voigt. We'll see if it gives us anything, but I'm not loving it. And the volume's really died off on it right now. COTG, still trying. Basically about break even right now. If you had gotten in anywhere around here, maybe a little higher than the break even. Not great. SY, I think, decided to try to move last week. Yeah. A couple of times last week. Really decent volume last Thursday. Still making higher highs, higher lows overall. Again, not really loving this one, but decent structure. Potential little breakout right here in this candle. But you can tell how small these candles are when you pull your 10% box on it. Something to look at. The curve's still holding. There we go. CURR. Told you it's okay to hold in consolidation. I think it might try to push here. Let's see if we get it. Wolf dabbling around back down in there. MBio, look, maybe looking for another push right here. MBio has made 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes right now. This would be the 5th push on MBio. I would not chase this one. I would wait for little bit nicer of a pullback, or at least a little bit of consolidation on this one before you try to anything else on them buy. Even if it were to break out right now, I would not take that. If you missed it, that's fine. Just wait for tomorrow. Like, you don't have to take a play today if you missed a play, or if you lost a little money today. Like, trying to make your money back in a day, that is what will take your money from you. Oh, VOR, there's the one I was looking for earlier. It's still looking halfway decent. VOR still looking halfway decent. There we go. Kerr trying to push. Come on, Kerr. We'll come back and look at that in a second. Yeah, look at that. Swing right back down in here, double bottom. Close and open right over this level again. Jeez, I mean, close, open, wick all the way back down to the bottom, push back up again. Somebody's wanting to push it down, that's for sure. I just don't know if it's going to actually do it or not. Could just be some gross consolidation today, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to get back down underneath this level, or it's not bearish. And it's got to get back above this level, or it's not bullish. Unfortunately, east is a direction. Wonderful flush on ES. Good. Oh, good. Caught Kerr. Good stuff. If you're looking for a 1-to-1 on Kerr, you should be pretty close to it. 12% and 12%, give or take. That's reaching up there. Look, NQ swung just south, just north of that last. Still kind of bouncing around inside of the opening 15-minute range. Getting stuck in it, which would be about normal for Monday. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Well, I think last Monday did the exact same thing. Just chopped around inside the opening 15-minute range for like half a day before it did anything. Let's go check it out real quick, just so you can see that I'm not pulling your leg. There's Monday. Yeah, okay. So here's oh, we traded underneath it. Look at that. Yeah. There's the opening 15-minute range right there. We traded off the bottom. Half of that all day long until we finally did get back above it. And then we failed again. We came back down, retested the bottom. Retested the bottom again. Look at that lower low. Telling all the bears, hey, jump on in. And then the bulls go, ha ha ha, just joking. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I really do like this level. The more and more I look at it, the better I like it. I think that's going to be the level to beat right there. For sure. Look at that. For sure. Look at that. Yeah, I think that's the big one to beat today. I might tighten this up just. I'm going to either tighten it up or I'm going to expand it. Let's see what I want to do with this thing. Right. Paint dry for the wind. This got demolished. Check this out. Oh, that would have been pretty. Oh, I just realized. Freaking on the 2-minute. I need that. I left it on the 2-minute. Didn't mean to do that. 5-minute looks even uglier. Great. 10-minute, not looking good, folks. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell like that. I'm trying not to. It's pushing down Uno Mas. Nice trend line. Nice push. Retest. Push. Retest. And it is not. Yeah, this is. I don't like none of this. I mean, as far as what we're seeing right now, we've got a couple of levels. Here's the deal. You're not going to be right, and you can't predict. You're not going to be right all the time. You can't predict what it's going to do. So this is why it's important to make a plan and trade the plan. At this point, the only real options we have are keep playing off the top of this level until it fails, which is fine. You can definitely do that. All right. If you see it push down and then push right back up through, that was the win. That was the win. I guess that technically that was the win, but like that's been pretty sketch pushing back up through there. So playing long at this point on this level seems to be working pretty well. You would have won that, and then look, now we're pushing right back down through the bottom of it. I don't like playing short off of this until after we close and open anything underneath it and come back and retest. That's what I do. I'm a break and retest kind of guy. I like good continuation. So I'm not saying I won't take some chances here and there every now and then, but like for the most part, this is the play I'm looking for. So seems to be pretty stout. I don't like shorting this, even if we do break and retest right here because of all of this. There's a big buyer down here somewhere. How can I tell? Just look at it. I mean, just look at it. the fact that every time we get back down here, there's a huge wick coming off the bottom. There is somebody defending this level down here. I don't need level 2 data to tell me that. That's very obvious. In fact, now that I've got this off of the 2-minute, I may actually change these levels right here. This is going off of the 5-minute. I think I would put that right there, right off the top of that. I want to change this, and I like making my zones off the 5-minute because I feel like it just gives me a little bit more sustenance. And at this point, why would I have a level anywhere other than right here and right here? That's kind of my point. Do you still think that this should be a prime target if we can get back above it? You can see like buyers try to take it, sellers took it back, buyers try to take it, sellers took it back, buyers try to take it, defend, sellers try to take it, defend. So in this general area, I mean, it's a big level, so I tightened it up a little bit, but like based off of these. We'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. Telling you, man, sellers might be trying to take it, but the buyers do not want it to fall past this level. This is a big level somehow, somewhere. And that's how you want to try to build your plays, man. You don't want to try to build your plays off of They didn't quite give it 1-to-1 on curve so far, but it's still holding above the 9. So I mean, like as long as it continues to climb up, go for it. Yeah. So this is the stuff that I love to see. I love to see some really good like spot level right at the top of here, and you know you got plenty of room back down this way. You know, we just haven't cleanly broke underneath and held underneath anything. So why would I want to go short? Based off of what I'm seeing right here, right now, you know? Obvious momentum shift right over here, big doji, push back up. You don't usually get anything really that clean on the Heikinashi chart over here. That was a nice little, that was a nice little do. Man, does anybody have any questions? I did explain divergence a little bit. Yeah, look at all of that sell pressure come in. And that's as far as they got, man. They're gonna need a lot more sellers to try to take that level out. ES is already fallen though. Just weird. Usually NQ's the one that's like stepping back a little further. So if you were trading ES, you might have already tried a little short right there. Off the bottom of that level when we came back down, retested push. But I don't like going short right here on NQ. So honestly don't like going short right there on ES either. ES has got this line right here. I'm looking for this. If we're gonna go short on ES, I'd look for a break underneath somewhere 62.90. Back underneath that, retest and push back down off of that. I'm not really. Yeah, go ahead.
Now with charts like that, would you use a Fibonacci to try to help determine?
I mean, you could. Unfortunately, Fib's really only good when you've got something that's playing out already. In my opinion, I mean, I love a good Fib. Don't get me wrong. I think probably if I were to pull a Fib, I'd probably pull it there. You know, just at this range. So if we were to break and retest over the top of this, I think I could probably target the 23, 22 up there eventually by the end of the day. But like that's not, I mean, it's not really giving me anything to work with at this point because it's so choppy.
Is there any charts that you would use a Fibonacci fan to try to determine anything?
Fibonacci fan? I haven't really messed with it. You talking about this thing right here?
Yes.
I've never even pulled anything with it. What the? It's like Stone Out Laser Light Show, man. I don't know. No, I haven't messed with it. I don't know how to use it. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. The fib circles are actually pretty cool. I haven't messed around with them a whole lot. It's pretty neat stuff. I mean, in all honesty, at the end of the day, if you got a fib retracement, man, it's hard to beat. Like here at this point.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, like, if you've got a swing that you can measure, that's how I use the fib. So, like, and you always want to use the last swing, right? You always want to use the last swing. So if this was what you were looking at, but then you get this right here where it starts to get rejected at golden pocket and pushes back down. That's another push back up and push back down. So like I'm gonna want to come back down and actually measure the latest swing that I get. Right, and that's, you can see when we broke above it, is break, hold above the last high swing, and then there's the goal for the 1618, right? So we push back down here, right? Let's say we're moving up, right? So we'll push this in here at the beginning of the move and push this back up here, top of the move. And so you can see that we came right back down, right back underneath that swing right there, hold, and stretched. Didn't quite make it back down to the 1618. Then we push back up again, rejection, push back up again. Now it broke the top of this. So we'd want let's see, last swing before we broke it. Retest and push 1618, push back up. So I mean, it's not like do away with all my other things kind of deal. But you can see a lot of times where, like, let's see, what was it last week? Well, I don't remember which one it was. I mean, I could probably go to any of these days and show, like, even just right here, we'll go. We'll pull, what day is this? Friday, June 25th? Yeah, okay. Oh, where's my fib? All right, so at this point, I'm looking to see where we pull back to. Right? Obviously, we pulled back. I'm looking to find, resistance before we get all the way back to 100% retracement. It winds up chopping through anyway and being kind of gross. But it never actually breaks back above there. So what I'll do is I'll swap this. Where's the swing high? Swing low. It's kind of the same thing that I'm doing with my levels already. It's just like if we break through, where's the next goal line, right? We push back through, we come back and retest, and then there's 1618. That's where we found the first bounce, which happens to line up with one of my 1 hour levels, which is kind of nice. We break through, retest, push back down to the 2618, which happens to be another one of my 1 hour levels. So I love when stuff kind of confluence kind of lines back up with what we're doing, and then it tries to break through, and then it fails, and then pushes back up. Right. So I mean, like, it's all structure. At the end of the day, it's all candle structure, market structure. But like, if you can use the fib to kind of give you an idea of where you think this might be going, if we continue in the direction that you think it's moving in, right? So here we go. Swing, consolidation, but swing, breakthrough. It went straight to 1618, but then look what happened. Pull back, retest at the top of it, and then push continuation. And then you can see 2618, 3618. So a lot of these levels will definitely play out one way or another, and usually pretty quickly. If it doesn't happen very quickly, that's fine. Like, go pull it off of something else and kind of see what's happening. I mean, like, the best way to mess with the fib is just to mess with it, man. Like, it's not going to be. I don't typically use it for entries. Like I said, I'm usually, if I use a fib, it's because, okay, if we can break this, where can we go to next? I had a fib off of this last week. I went through and got rid of a lot of my stuff. Like, there we go. Break through, a little bit of consolidation, push back up. There's the 1618. And of course, we came back up here, 2618, pulled back off that support level that we had previous. Came back above, sat back on top of the 2618, reached up, never quite made it to the end of this, whatever, but that was, let's see, Thursday the 3rd. Yeah. So short day, right? I think volume probably just ran out. But so you're not going to always hit like every single level you have on your fib, but it's just nice to kind of see, like, where could we go from here? Because at some point, I mean, I'm using support resistance, or if we're pushed, we pull back, I'm going to mark that level, and you can see it came back to it 3 more times that day before market stopped moving. But like, when you're looking for like an ahead, a future move, like, you don't have anything else to pay off of. So sometimes those fibs can kind of give you that just extra edge as to, okay, what do I think we could do once we get back up here? PTHS. I didn't like it when I looked at it earlier. I'll go look at it again. Yeah, I mean, 300,000 free float, super small. It's already over $30. The volume in this has been absolute trash until that very, very last candle right there. So I think probably a lot of people see that this thing was getting halted or suspended. It has a super low free float, and they're just trying to squeeze some money out of the market today. But do I think it's a safe, good, decent play? No, I do not.
I do got a quick question when you was talking about your levels and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I struggle with figuring out support and resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can elaborate on that a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, when I'm looking at levels, the big thing you want to do, and you know, anytime I work with a one-on-one client, the first thing I do is I always go, hey, you need to go to the 1 hour and practice on your 1 hour. Not just practice, but like really pay attention to that 1 hour. That 1 hour chart's going to give you a lot of insight as to where a lot of these major zones, a lot of these major places are where the buyers and sellers are fighting, right? And that's kind of what you want to look for. I think short term, most definitely, you want to know where the top and the bottom of the move are, right? That's what we're working on. But you also want to know in the fight, in the auction of what's going on, where is the place where the buyers and sellers really argue over the price level, right? And so in this instance, it could be at the top, right? And a lot of people will kind of see, you know, I'll tell a lot of my clients, especially like, hey, look for those peaks. Those are probably going to wind up being important later on. I said, but I always kind of say like, don't forget like shoulder pieces, right? Like don't forget the shoulders, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll just mark, oh, this right here because it was the top of that move. Well, that's great, but like, what about here? Where you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100 million touches right through here. Right. So like this area seems to be much more of a fight. And then so if you can look at that and go, okay, well that's probably a good level. And let's look at see what that big top area actually looks like when you pull something like this out. Well, it looks like the buyers tried to take it and failed to take that level, and the sellers took it back. And then what happened? You see it come right back down and start defending that level again. So that's typically what I'm looking for when I'm looking for levels, large time frame or small time frame. And that's how I teach people to view levels. So like I'll be like, all right, this is how you do it. Now go do it and send me some screenshots. And let's work on this together for the next week, because this is important on how you trade and what you want to look at, see, and how you build your plays. So like right here, and I love doing it on the 5 minute, because as you can kind of see, like I did it on the 2 minute, and I got some decent levels, but you can like I really was kind of in the chop, right? If you back out to the 5 minute, obviously this morning was just an absolute wreck. So, but I can see right here, right? If I back this out, is there a level right here? Should I be paying attention to that? Absolutely. Look, sellers defend, buyers try to take it, could not, sellers defend. But where are the sellers defending? Where are the sellers defending right now? And you can kind of see, right? Buyers, sellers take it, sellers defend. It's a little bit sloppier level, but I think you're getting the point. Like buyers defend, they try to take it, buyers defend, buyers lost it, sellers defend, sellers lost it, buyers defend, buyers lost it, sellers defend, sellers, right? So that's what you kind of want to see. If you can see that, you obviously don't want it like straight through the middle of just anything. You want to make sure, but at the same time, don't fret about it too much, because there's always going to be a buyer and a seller on the chart somewhere. As long as you have a good idea of where they're going to want to try to do it, that's what I'm looking for when I'm pulling my levels. So like, would this level be a bad level? Absolutely not, right? Here we've got Buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. Might this level turn out to be a better level than the levels I've got on there right now? Maybe, but in the current price action that I'm looking at, it's not giving me what I'm really wanting to see. And you can kind of see here, even here, look, sellers defend, but it's not giving me anything like defined inside of what I'm looking at the moment. So looking back at the past, trying to find where the buyers and sellers are fighting, but then paying attention to the current price action and going, okay, how is that going to benefit me with what I'm looking at right now? Could I place the stop loss on the other side of this zone right now today in this first hour of market and have a safe, decent play? No, absolutely not. We're just completely disrespecting this level. So this level goes away for now. And at the moment, this is what I'm looking for. And this is what I'm looking for. And when we decide to break one or the other, then I'll decide, okay, well, where's the next step? And usually what happens is if we can break through and retest and push wherever that retest happens after the breakthrough, if we don't come all the way back up to here, I'll move this level back down to where that retest happened. And I'll watch for that pullback at that point. Hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, it is 10:33, and the market is absolute trash. But again, Monday, you saw how last Monday played out. Keep an eye on these levels. Keep an eye on these zones right here. Nothing wrong with just a little patience. And I think if you can give it just a little bit of time, we may actually have a play come out of this by the end of the day. But if not, there's always tomorrow. You don't have to be rich today. Okay, don't force it. You'll just wind up blowing accounts. Okay. So, but I've got to get ready for a one-on-one client call at 11. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I will try and my best to, since we did kind of go through a few things, I'll try my best to post this recording, and then we'll see how the rest of the week goes. Sound good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, reach out to us in the Discord. And happy trading. And as one of my best friends always used to say, don't forget your stop loss.